Hello everyone, my name is Grant Andrew Ndibagoba, a student from Makerere University pursuing Masters in Information Technology, and today I'm going to walk you through a student's performance analytics dashboard that I built using D3 JavaScript. I'm very sorry this video might come out with a watermark, but my laptop has been acting of recent, and this is what I could get my hands to quite quickly. So basically, D3 JavaScript, it's a powerful data visualization tool that transforms raw student data into beautiful interactive insights. So let me first show you what it does. I mean, what I've done so far, and then I'll explain how I built it. So as you can see, we have this beautiful uh, 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 dashboard, the screen as you see it with a blue gradient interface where users can upload a CSV file, for our case with students data. So when I come here, I click this file, and it automatically creates the how can I call it? It automatically creates the dashboard. So as you can see, when you look at these key statistics at the top, we're analyzing 4,000 students with an average score of 71.1%, studying about 10 hours a week with 75% average attendance. Yeah, but when you can see here down, we have some interactive charts. Watch what happens when when I hover over different elements. You can see that it really shows the details. You can see, and yeah. So each chart basically here, as you can see, it explains something different about students' performance. So let me show you how I built this. So this is our this is my code. So basically, it has three main parts. First, the first part is the style, and then the HTML, and then finally the JavaScript. So let me start by explaining the HTML. This styling is basically to give it a good look. Yeah, but the HTML, as you can see, I created a basic structure whereby you can see that we have a header section for the title and where you upload the file from, and then containers for all my charts, as you can see here, and then even the start cards, they get displayed over here. So then about css, there's no big deal here. And then let us go to the JavaScript. So it starts from here. So basically, this is like the brain where the logic happens. So as I explained earlier, I'm using a powerful library, the D3 JavaScript, which it's like, it does good. It is very good at turning raw numbers into interactive charts. So let me explain now how data flows through my application. Basically, when looking at this function over here, when someone uploads the CSV file, my CSV data function takes raw text. For example, like you see male, maybe urban, over 72.7, such data, and converts it into structured data that JavaScript can work with. So uh, basically, it is more smart enough to recognize numbers and convert them properly. So when this is my file uploading uh, uh, code, whereby you can see we are getting element by ID CSV file. This is where I upload. You can see the ID CSV file. So whatever I upload here, now this is the code that handles it. And when basically it reads the content and then passes it, and then calls all my chart creation functions. Also, basically I also included some error functions, uh, error handling uh, uh, error handling, so that in case something goes wrong, with a file, the user can get helpful message instead of just a confusing error. For example, you can see here it can alert that basically there is an error passing the CSV file, so they have to check the file format, or maybe please select a valid CSV file. You can see that there is some good error handling that I've tried. So when you see the sample, this is the function of sample data. I'd put a sample data, but I have removed it for now because I had put a sample data when I was trying to program it. It was having some issues. I was trying to ensure that my code is working, but I've removed it for now, so you might not mind this. So let's look at this function whereby it's called create education chart. So first I set up the dimension and margins. This is like setting up a canvas. So and then from there I group the data into parent education level, and then I calculate the average scores for each, I calculate the average scores for each group. Yeah. So let me see. Okay, so here is I was still explaining about the create educational chart. So here you can see these D3 scales, whereby created scales, basically think of these as translators. For example, the X scale takes my education categories and spreads them across the chart width, and the Y scale, uh, then the Y scale takes core values from 0 to 100 and maps them to pixel positions. So when I look at the bar creations, you can see basically what I'm trying to do is I create actual bars. D3, basically what it does, it lets me bind data to visual elements. Yeah, so each bar starts at the bottom with 0 height and then animates up to its final position. So what I did, sorry about that. So what I did is so basically, yeah, this is here's where I add the bars, and each bar starts at the bottom with 0 height and then animates up to its final position over 1 second. This creates that smooth animation effect that you saw when I was trying to explain to you. So um, so what else? What else is important for me to explain here? So back to the code here, as you can see, I created 4 types of visualization. So I did the correlation chart, which it does, it uses scatter plots, each dot representing 1 student. I use color coding, blue dots for students with tutoring, and the red with those for students who have no tutoring. So you can clearly see the positive correlation between study hours and exam scores. Yeah, and then when we look at the demographic, this one, the demographic charts, basically I grouped them into bars to compare performance across different categories. I created subgroups for gender within each region, making it easy to spot patterns. Yeah, and then the tutoring chart, as you can see over here, it does what it shows. It combines 2 different chart types, the bar and while the circles show the number of students in each group. I used dual y-axes and uh, to display both metrics effectively. Yeah, so each chart includes grid lines for easier reading, as you can see, and then legends for clarity and consistent color themes throughout the dashboard, so that someone doesn't get confused. So basically, without wasting time, let me just stop there for now. And yeah, by the way, this one, it also shows the parent education level. This bar chart that you see over here, what it shows, it shows how parent education level correlates with students' performance. And you can see that parents that have whose education level is tertiary, it's much higher compared to that whereby the parents' education level is equally to none. So yeah, thank you so much for listening in, and yeah, I hope to see you soon. I don't know. Thank you.